In my review of Cars 3, I made clear that even the world of animation isn't free from The Walking Dead. At least Cars had the sense to hide some of its politics by not painting the cars in recognizable skin tones. That's not the case with Into the Spider-Verse, however. This movie has Spider-Man in its title, but I refuse to acknowledge that because the main character is not Spider-Man. Definitely not my Spider-Man. The story revolves around Miles Morales, who steals the title of Spider-Man from the superior straight white male, Peter Parker, which is part of the course for
the blacks.
He has to learn to control his powers so that he can stop Kingpin from tearing the fabric of space to pieces. Miles Morales is everything wrong with Hollywood, and then some. He's half black and half Mexican, or Puerto Rican, or Cuban, I don't know. Which probably means he eats his tacos with fried chicken and a side of watermelon his mom harvested. But the movie just treats him like a regular black teen. His Spanish is pretty much non-existent, we never see him pick some produce, and despite already being 13, he hasn't gotten anyone pregnant yet. Character development, yay?
Not a great plan.
The film is deliberately engineered to subvert the white man with DEI hires. The same night Miles is bitten by a spider and receives his powers, the film kills off his world's Peter Parker. To really hammer home the anti-white message, this version of Peter is blonde, a trait possessed by Caucasians with good genes. Maybe this world's Spider-Man was Ben Reilly, who this time around was the real Peter. If you don't know what I'm talking about, read a comic. Another version of Peter eventually shows up, but he's depressed, woefully out of shape, and a terrible role model. Because, remember, the only way to make your diverse main character look competent is by putting down the white man around him. It's the Walking Dead way. And of course his powers have to be a step up from the originals. He has all of Peter's abilities, along with the electric shock. Because black people with electric powers are so original. He also stole some powers from Sue Storm for good measure. A legacy character with a red and black costume who can turn invisible. Surely we haven't seen that before. But in Miles' case, turning invisible makes more sense. Because it comes in handy with all the robbery and looting these people are prone to. Because the main character is black, of course the soundtrack has to be pumped full of that god-awful rap. I'd rather take a fist from Kingpin to the head than subject my ears to this crap. Miles survives an encounter with Kingpin and defeats him, something that the superior Peter wasn't able to achieve.
The real Spider-Man couldn't even beat me!
Despite being twice Miles' size, more experienced, and, white. I mean, he's basically just a race swap Peter. He gets bitten by a spider, his uncle dies, setting him down the path of becoming a hero. He's a genius level intellect and uses that to defeat the villain. Come on, that's just Peter Parker in black font. Peter Parks, if you will. He also develops a crush on Gwen Stacy, which is as unbelievable as Miles not stealing anything the entire movie. We all know black men only go for the chubby white women, like Florence Pugh, and tend to avoid the ones with good genes. Let's get this straight. Peter Parker, and only Peter Parker, is Spider-Man.
There's only one Spider-Man. And you're looking at him.
We don't need DEI characters like Miles and Silk riding his coattails. This is why it baffles me that my fellow Nazi would ever acknowledge Miles Morales as being a Spider-Man.
Steve Rogers is indeed Captain America, and Miles Morales is Miles Morales. He is indeed, again, Miles Morales. He's also a Spider-Man. Main characters get replaced all the time in the comic books, and it can be fun.
Obviously, the Disney shills got to him. But I believe that deep down, the hate still flows through him, and he will come back to the anti-woke brotherhood again. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go watch Predator, a movie about brothers who had each other's back till the bitter end. Ah, Predator. No DI vehicle will ever usurp you. Alright, story is over. Get out.